You're all wrong. You guys are all wrong here. Most of y'all are saying, I've only seen one comment on the entire realm of YouTube, and honestly, the internet at large, that had any rational understanding of this moment. Spoilers for Acolyte episode 3 here, by the way. Here we go. So in the episode, you have the witches, right? Cool concept. I love it.
Yeah.
It's great. They have it where, these two witches are getting into an argument, and one of them they were talking about the twin daughters. One of them is saying like, hey, I carried them, obviously, at birth.
Yeah.
And then the other one, which one has been acting more like their mother, has been saying, I created them.
Yeah.
Keyword created. Created. She created them with the Force, presumably. But with the Force, because that's what this whole thing is about. It's like different implementations of the Force. So presumably it's the Force. We're all on the same page there, right? Like the Force is what created these children. However, people are confusing this for what happened with Anakin, who was also created with the Force. However, are you guys dumb? You guys are dumb if you believe that this is the same thing. One, Anakin was chosen by the Force and made by the Force, by the will of the Force. The twins here were created with the Force by someone. Not like, it wasn't this immaculate conception thing. Immaculate conception means that, it was what happened with Anakin, where it was like their God, like the Force itself, willing itself into a woman's womb, and boom, baby, chosen one. And these two are not that. These twins are not that. This is fine. Don't get me wrong. I was not the biggest fan of this episode. It's my least favorite episode of all 3. But to say that this ruins everything Anakin stands for, or the prophecy, I'm like, bullshit. McClunky. No. You cannot. Seriously, this is such a given. It was explained, this dialogue is written so simply and plain. How are you confusing it? I don't know. Are you also blind? Deploy the garrison. Come on. This is so ridiculous with how passionately stupid people are with this.
Ethan.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Ethan, put down the lightsaber. It's okay.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was on. Oh, man, no. Ignore that limb that just is sitting there. That was always there.
Listen, I totally agree. I think it's even Screen Rant wrote something about that, and I was like, what? Did I misunderstand this? No, whatever. It's so stupid. Star Wars fans, I'm sorry. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm stupid as well. We're all stupid.
Yes, we are all stupid, but we are not all that stupid. And the fact that you guys are making us seem that stupid, guys, the Star Wars fandom, I love a lot of y'all.
Grow up.
Please. It's why do you want people to hate you?
Yeah.
There's some of y'all that aren't even YouTube content creators where, hate sure gets you views. I get that. But still, some of y'all just, you comment one thing and you keep going and going, demonstrating your stupidity to the world. And it's impressive with how stupid y'all are sometimes. But listen, that's my rant. It's not the same thing as Anakin. Stop saying it is, because it is not, and it was clearly said that it's not.
You know what? Listen, I see the good and bad in this episode. Truthfully, I did enjoy this one a little bit more. Maybe it's because I got more of the background of who Osha and May are. But I do see Ethan has another point that it's not a great idea, horrible execution.
Yeah, this is the one that really felt the most CW.
Yeah.
Out of all of them. Down to, Star Wars is known for its visual effects and, great storytelling, compelling storytelling to where I am engaged and I felt like I was on an emotionally, driven ride, that has some sort of family drama going on, right? Mm-hmm. This one did not feel like, it felt like the idea was there where they wanted to do something like that, but the execution wasn't there. And I was like watching this thing where I'm like, yes, yeah, okay, but I wasn't interested. I wasn't engaged. It's like talking with someone that you're agreeing with everything they're saying, right? Like, say you're talking with someone about politics, which is very rare, and you feel like, yes, I agree with you on all these things. This is incredible. This is unreal. But at the same time, the way that they're presenting everything is the most boring, dull, lifeless way possible. Like, not even prequel wouldn't. Like, prequel one, you can sense there's emotion. Like, you could turn out the volume, feel the delivery. Here, none of that.
The long pause is so funny to me. Yeah, it's not great acting and execution, but I see the vision now, and I really hope they can stick to this because I really like Saul. Like, I think it's interesting what they're doing with the witches and everything, but my God, I really need this show to land.
Oh, yeah. Also, I gotta say, the structure of this show, what even is it? Because one, it's like we're having a show that's being heavily marketed and advertised as something about the Sith from the Sith perspective.
It's not.
I've seen more Jedi in this thing in 2 minutes than I've seen Sith. Like, oh my gosh, just the ratio of Jedi to Sith. And I get it's the High Republic. You're supposed to get a lot of Jedi and lack of Sith, but this is supposed to be from the Sith perspective. You marketed it as that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they go to May's perspective and whip her Sith master and see who it is.
But that would be requiring the next episode, which, by the way, they are not good at, like, transitioning into episodes.
Oh my God.
You know how the second episode ended with the Wookiee Jedi? It's like, oh, we're teasing the next episode being the Wookiee Jedi. Like, and this thing. And then it's like, okay, I'm intrigued. Where is this going to go? And then you dedicate the whole next episode that has little to nothing to do with the Wookiee Jedi. This is the episode that you should have put at the beginning of the show to set things up.
100% agree.
And then, heck, maybe have a pilot episode where it's an hour and a half long, almost like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Where you have the one, decent amount of time to set up what happened in the past, establish what happened, like a cold open of if you're going down the TV show route, like CW style, sure, whatever. But, at least lean into the formula a little more, where you're getting that, where you got that cold open, explaining things so we know why we're doing what we're doing. You can have as many surprises as you want dropped in throughout, like, and keep your murder a mystery.
It should have been, this was the first episode, and then the first episode be the second episode.
Yes.
And put those together and make, like you said, an hour and a half show. I wonder if you watch these all in a row, if they, watch differently. Tell me if you do, because maybe that's the way to watch these Star Wars TV shows at this point.
Yeah, like to binge it all at once. I know some people...
That might be it.
Yeah, you know what? And respect if you do that. I personally don't do that just because I want to avoid spoilers.
We're impatient.
And that.
Yeah.
But still, I think that's a very rational take to just want to wait for the whole thing to be released and watch it all at once. A whole show should be reviewed as a whole show.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I can't.
Because reviewers have seen the fourth episode, so this fourth episode better being...
Some of them have.
Oh, some.
They inconsistently sent it to...
So stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Disney! Kathleen Kennedy! Girl, do we need to talk?
Oh, also that fire scene, terrible. It was set terribly.
There's fire everywhere.
And it just
do better.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting concept. Highly got me interested. Execution, not so much. Do better.
Essentially, yeah.